Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to talk about dysgraphia. So what is dysgraphia? So dysgraphia is a learning disability resulting from the difficulty in expressing thoughts in writing and graphing. So it generally refers to extremely poor handwriting. So dito, yung mga batang may dysgraphia, nahihirapan silang i-express yung thoughts nila sa pamamagitan ng kanilang pagsusulat, okay? Kasi nahihirapan sila mag-form ng mga letters or mga words. And kapag naman nakapagsulat sila ng mga ilang sentence, maaari natin itong hindi maintindihan or mabasa. So for example, sa isip ng batang may dysgraphia, nakabuo siya ng isang sentence sa isip niya na yung sentence na yun, for example, is, "The cat is so adorable." So kapag isusulat niya yun sa isang papel, yung unang word pa lang doon na the, nahihirapan na siyang i-form yun. So it takes a lot of effort and time talaga bago niya ma-form yung words na yun. So ang nangyayari, yung naisip niyang sentence, parang makakalimutan niya na yon kasi yung isip niya is nakafocus na dun kung paano niya isusulat or ifo-form yung words na the. And sometimes, nasa paghawak din po kasi nila yon ng ballpen or pencils, kaya nahihirapan sila or natatagalan sila. So, nasa types yon mamaya, i-discuss po natin, okay? So, para mas maunawaan nyo pa po lalo kung ano yung dysgraphia, so magkakaroon po tayo ng activity. So, madali lang po ito. So, kung wala po kayong lapis or ballpen sa tabi nyo, kuha po kayo ng pencil, ballpen, and paper. Okay? So, next, meron na po ba kayong pencil and ballpen? Okay, so ito po yung next nyo gagawin. So, ilagay nyo po yung ballpen or pencil nyo sa kamay na hindi nyo po ginagamit na pangsulat. Like for example, sa left po kayo nagsusulat. So, yung pencil or ballpen, ilalagay nyo po sa inyong right hand. Okay? Doon po sa hindi po nyo ginagamit na pangsulat. Okay, and now, so I would like you to write your name, the date today, and draw a picture of something simple like flower or heart or whatsoever using your non-dominant hand. Okay? So, pay attention po habang ginagawa natin to ha. Okay, so tapos na po ba? So, okay. So, feeling ko tapos na po. So, ayan. So, mahirap po ba? Ano pong na-feel nyo habang ginagawa po yung activity natin na to? Okay, so ganun din po sa mga bata may dysgraphia, no? So pansinin nyo yung effort na binubuhos nyo kanina, masulat nyo lang yung name nyo, yung day to day, and yung pagdodraw nyo, 'di ba? So similar lang siya sa na-experience ng isang individual na may dysgraphia. So trying hard sila kapag magpo-form sila ng mga letters, ng mga words, or ng mga pictures. And kaya ko din to pinagawa sa inyo para mas maintindihan nyo lalo kung ano yung nai-experience nila kapag tinatry nilang magsulat. And bukod sa nahihirapan sila mag-form ng letters, kabilang na rin dito yung difficulty in spacing words or even organizing text into complete sentences. So mamaya, madidiscuss din natin yan. And since 'di ba nasabi ko na maaari nating hindi maintindihan or mabasa yung sinusulat nila kasi magulo sulat nila or may messy handwriting sila, kung tatanungin niyo po ako na kapag ba ang isang bata is merong messy handwriting or may dysgraphia na po ba 'yon? So, ang sagot po nun is hindi po. So, though common signs ng dysgraphia yung pagkakaroon ng messy handwriting, however po, yung ibang mga students po kasi, lalo na ako, for example, malinis po ako magsulat and maayos. Pero, maa-achieve ko din yun kapag meron akong sapat na oras. Pero po, kung kunwari, nagsusulat yung teacher mo sa board and did na i-erase yung isang board tapos hindi ka pa dun tapos, matik, 'di ba, nabibilisan mo yung pagsulat para lang matapos mo yung nakasulat doon sa board and hindi ka maaabutan ng pag-erase niya, no? So, siguro yan yung isang example ko kung bakit minsan nagiging pangit yung sulat ko po. And may mga times na hindi din talaga natin maintindihan yung sariling sulat natin dahil sa pagmamadali, 'di ba? And wala na din sa mga lines yung sinusulat natin. Okay po? Okay, next po tayo. So, history of dysgraphia. So, dysgraphia comes from two Greek words. This means difficulty with or poor. Graph is Greek for writing. So, the name really got its start from agraphia, a term coined in the 1940s by Austrian Dr. Joseph Gertzmann. And yung dysgraphia po, it can affect both children and adults. So, when it occurs in adults, it usually happens due to a brain injury or trauma. Trauma. And dagdag ko lang po, kids with dysgraphia usually have average or even above average intelligence. So they just struggle with getting their thoughts and ideas down on the paper. Thus, their written work may not reflect their understanding or their ideas on the subject po. Okay, next po tayo. Types of dysgraphia. So we have dyslexic dysgraphia. So when it comes to their spontaneously written work, it's illegible. Copied work, good, and spelling is bad. So dito, kapag nagsusulat po sila on their own or nagpo-form ng mga letters or nagdo-draw sila ng mga shapes, makikita po natin na dito sa example na hindi natin mabasa or maintindihan yung kanilang sinusulat. Pero kapag naman may kinokopya sila sa board, dun sila hindi nahihirapan. And yung spelling nila dito is typically affected po. And usually, yung speed and dexterity nila for fine motor skills is normal lang po. So, next po tayo is number 2, motor dysgraphia. So, dito naman po sa motor dysgraphia, so deficient yung fine motor skills nila dito. And meron silang poor dexterity, skills in performing tasks, especially with the hands, and poor muscle tone. And dito naman, yung mga written work nila is hindi rin mabasa or maintindihan. And apektado din dito yung pag may kokopyain sila sa board, unlike sa dyslexic dysgraphia, 'di ba? Hindi naman affected yung copied work nila, 'di ba? So, well, dito sa motor dysgraphia, affected po ito. And kapag naman magpo-form sila ng mga letters, it usually takes a lot of time and effort. And meron din silang poor grasps, okay? And kung makikita nyo sa example, yung the way na paghawak ng pencil nila is mali, di ba? And pag nagsusulat na, kapag nagsusulat na sila, hindi tuwid or kundi pakilo-kilo po. Pero dito, yung spelling naman nila is not affected. Okay, so number 3 is spatial dysgraphia. So, spatial dysgraphia po is usually due to a visual spatial deficit. Eligible din yung written work nila dito and yung copied work nila. So, both types of writing are affected. And typically, they have normal spelling naman and fine motor skills, pero nagkakaroon lang sila ng trouble dun sa kung saan nila ilalagay yung next na word or sentences nila dun sa mga linya. So, 'di ba sa notebook natin may mga lines? So, nahihirapan sila dun lalo na dun sa mga spacing words. So, kung makikita nyo sa example, ayan, ganyan po siya. So, first, okay, pag sa mga first line, okay siya, no? Pero pagdating sa mga third and fourth line, so, hindi na siya align. Okay, next we have phonological dysgraphia. Okay, so notable in the spelling of unfamiliar words, non-words and phonetically irregular words, and difficulty with phonemes and blending appropriately. So, alam naman po natin kung ano yung phoneme, 'di ba? Phoneme is the smallest unit of sound in speech. So, dito naman sa phonological dysgraphia, ang example dito is, for example, yung tunog ng cat. So, nahihirapan sila i-identify yung sound na yon and nahihirapan sila kung paano po yun i-spell. Ayan. And number 5 is lexical dysgraphia. Okay? So, it relies on sound to letter patterns and misspellings in irregular words. So, dito, nahihirapan sila kung paano pagsasamahin yung mga letters sa isang salita po. So, kumbaga, nakakapag-spell naman sila, pero nagre-rely sila dun sa mga sound ng mga letter para mas spell po nila. Kumbaga, yun yung pattern nila, pero kapag sa mga irregular words, like for example, specific, masusulat nila dun is parang Pacific, ganyan. Okay, next tayo, symptoms of dysgraphia. So, people with dysgraphia may have several different difficulties when it comes to writing and may speak more easily and fluently than they write. So, they may have issues with, number one, poor spelling, including unfinished words or missing words or letters, and inconsistencies in mixtures of print and cursive upper and lowercase or irregular sizes, shapes, or slant of letters, and inconsistent position on page with respect to lines and margins, and inconsistent spaces between words and letters, and slow or labored copying or writing, even if it is neat and illegible, and of course, cramped or unusual grip. So next, we have causes of dysgraphia. Number one is brain damage. So, sa brain damage, so alam naman natin na yung brain natin is very important dahil siya yung nagpapagalaw sa body natin, di ba? So, baka habang nagbubuntis ka, kulang yung mga nutrients na kinakain mo or hindi sapat kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng brain damage. And number two, physical or deformity. So, dito baka dahil din ito sa birth defect or illness or an accident, 'di ba? So kasi kapag nagkakaroon ng damage sa mga nerves natin, pwede 'to humantong sa pagka-paralysis na makakaapekto sa pagsulat po natin. And next is intentionally poor penmanship. So, hindi to related sa dyslexia, pero pwede itong mag-fall sa types of dysgraphia natin na yung dyslexic dysgraphia. So, the may poor handwriting, poor spelling, and so on. And number four, no or inadequate instruction. So, dito kapag ang isang individual ay hindi nabigyan ng anumang pagtuturo in terms sa pagsusulat, maaaring mag-lead po ito sa dysgraphia. Kasi ang hindi sapat na pagtuturo ay kadalasang nauugnay din sa dyslexia. So, kaya dapat, pero talaga tayong time para sa mga bata na turuan natin sila. Kaya dapat i-observe din natin yung mga students kung saan sila nahihirapan para mabigyan po natin ito agad ng actions. Number five, disorientation. So, ito yung nagkukos sa isang tao to lose their sense of direction or nafe-feel nila na confused sila. And ang bagay lang na nagpapatrigger sa disorientation is yung emotions ng mga bata. Dahil yung mga emotions natin, 'di ba, nagkakaroon din ng kalituhan sa isang bagay, kaya maaari silang matrigger sa disorientation kapag nakakakita sila ng mga letters. Pero, excuse me, pero may mga paraan naman na pwedeng gawin, like, 'di ba? May mga salitang nagpapakita ng larawan, like yung word with a picture, like yung trees, cat, dog, or iba pa, 'di ba? Pero yung mga words without a picture, katulad ng mga at, but, yun yung mga salita na walang larawan, kaya yun yung nagkukos ng kalituhan or nagdudulot ng disorientation. At kapag nagsusulat ka na, yun yung maglilid sa'yo sa dysgraphia. And of course, number six, multiple mental images. So, dito, pagkakaintindi ko na, dito na, the more na madami tayong pinapakita sa kanila mga images or mga halimbawa ng isang salita kung paano nila sulatin, the more na naguguluhan sila and mental block na sila. So, dapat isang example muna and kapag na-achieve nyo na yung example na pinakita mo, saka ka magbigay ng another example. Okay po? And number seven, inadequate natural orientation, otherwise known as dyspraxia. Dito naman, nagkakaroon sila ng poor coordination, difficulties in perceptual and speech, nahihirapan din sila tukuyin kung alin yung left and right. Hindi lang visual yung affected dito, kundi yung sound din. So, maaaring naririnig nila yung sound na magulo or masyadong malakas. Yung mga straight lines nila will become curvy. And then, kahit na gaano man karaming pagtuturo yung nakukuha niya sa pagsulat ng letter, hindi pa rin niya makukuha or makikita ng tama yung mga titik po. And kaya pagdating sa pagsusulat doon na sila nagkakaroon ng problema. So, diagnosis. So, paano natin ma-identify yung bata na may dysgraphia? So, syempre, similar to the assessment process for dyslexia, an assessment for dysgraphia involves careful consideration of the individual's learning strengths and weaknesses, their educational history, the extent of their spelling and expressive writing difficulties, and what impact targeted remediation and support has had on their current academic achievement levels. And educational psychologists use a series of tests to determine if a person has dysgraphia. These tests often include measures of rapid automatized naming, spelling, orthographic processing, expressive writing, working memory, and overall cognitive ability. Okay, next. So, what treatments are available? Okay, so there's no medication for dysgraphia, but occupational therapy may be helpful in improving handwriting skills. Therapeutic activities may include number one, holding a pencil or pen in a new way to make writing easier. Okay, number two, working with modeling clay. Number three, tracing letters and shaving cream or on a desk. Number four, drawing lines within mazes. And number five, doing connect the dots puzzles. So, ayan po yung mga treatments na available po para makahelp po tayo para ma-improve yung kanilang mga handwriting skills sa batang may dysgraphia po. And of course, meron din tayo mga strategies. Okay, number one, encourage student to talk aloud as they write. This may provide valuable auditory feedback. Number two, allow more time for written tasks, including note-taking, copying, and tests. Number three, allow the student to use the writing instrument that is most comfortable for them. Four, give and allow students to begin projects or assignments early. 5, if necessary, shorten writing assignments. Ayan. And number 6, reinforce the positive aspects of students' efforts. Number 7, ito, be patient and encourage the student to be patient with himself. And next, allow the child to dictate assignments to ascribe and take oral tests. To emphasize the impact of dysgraphia on the writing process, you may find it interesting to note the difference in this 12-year-old's writing and what he intended to say. And if a student becomes fatigued, have them try the following. Okay, number 1, shake hands fast but not violently. 2, rub hands together and focus on the feeling of warmth. 3, rub hands on the carpet in circles, or if wearing clothing with some mild texture, rub hands on thighs close to knees. And number 4, use the thumb of the dominant hand to click the top of a ballpoint pen while holding it in that hand. So, repeat using the index fingers. So, ito naman po yung mga strategies na pwede din po natin gawin sa batang may dysgraphia. So, I hope marami po kayong natutunan. Thank you po for watching, listening, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell button po to notify you for my next vlog. Okay, bye po. Thank you.